Do something with your life. Do something with your life. Do something with your life.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl TJ. Thank you so much for tuning in again to another week of Fat2Fit Finance videos. Excited to have you with me. And if you have been on this journey up until this point now, we just became completely debt-free. So where are you now? You are debt-free. You have absolutely no personal debt. You have a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months so you can fend off Murphy. You have started to invest in your retirement, whether it's 401k, 403b, Roth IRA, and you have also started funding the kids' college fund or even whatever their post-high school plans may be. So let's move into home ownership. I guess the number one question I could ask you first is, do you own a home? Are you a homeowner? And I know that if you signed a mortgage, you're saying, yes, absolutely, I'm a homeowner. But there are two different ways to look at being debt-free. You can be debt-free, accept everything except the mortgage, or you can be completely debt-free, meaning you don't owe a single soul. You don't even owe a mortgage lender, okay? And I know a lot of you say, well, I signed the papers and I have a mortgage, so yes, this is my home and I'm a homeowner. Who actually owns the home? Give you an idea. The bank owns the home. And if you don't believe me, stop making your mortgage payments and find out if they don't come and try to collect. That means that you don't actually own your home. It means the bank still owns it, and piece by piece, little by little, square foot by square foot, you're actually gaining ownership of your home. Let's put some numbers to an example to make it a little more clear for you. If you have a $150,000 home and it's approximately 1,500 square feet, it means this home costs $100 per square foot. If you put down 20% for this home, which would be $30,000, you are going to have to take out a $120,000 mortgage. Now, you put down that $30,000 as your 20% down payment. Do you know what that means? It means you own about 300 square feet of that house, which is a pretty decent sized master bedroom, so at least you own the roof over the part of where you actually sleep at night. But are you a homeowner? No, you're not. I understand that buying a home outright would sound completely insane, and I agree, it does sound something that it's not conventional, but that's what this entire thing has been about. So let's paint the picture of what it would look like if you were to buy a home outright, and I'm going to use bits and pieces of scenarios that we've already gone through in previous week's videos. So let's paint the scene. Right now, you're completely debt-free, and let's just say you're debt-free by age 30. You have zero debt, you have fully funded your emergency fund for 3 to 6 months. You are contributing 15% of your income into some type of tax-deferred retirement plan. Whether it's a 401k, Roth IRA, doesn't matter. You are saving for the kids' college fund, hopefully at least $167 per month, being put into an ESA account. Or you're simply saving in some other way, but you are ensuring that they will not have to take out debt to start their adult lives. So right now, we're sitting pretty comfortably at about age 30. But now you want to start looking for a home, but you don't want to have a mortgage. So if you take $1,200, and I say $1,200 because it's actually the minimum debt payments that we have right now. So if you take $1,200 and you invest that every single month, let's just say 7 years. We'll say 7 years. So 7 years at 10% in a mutual fund, faithfully, $1,200 every single month. Do you realize at age 37, you could walk up to that $150,000 house and pay cash for it? Own it outright. You don't have a mortgage, you don't have payments. You have bought a home clear and free by age 40. Wow. Now let's look at some other numbers if you chose to take out a mortgage for this house. And we're going to get to how to take out a mortgage properly, or at least in a way that doesn't bind you for 30 years. But let's just say you chose to go ahead and take out this mortgage for this $150,000 home. So we put our 20% down because you don't want to have to pay for mortgage insurance because they're terrified that you're not actually going to make your payments. So you put the 30% down, so we got a $120,000 mortgage. Let's say at 3% if the market's doing pretty good for 15 years, you choose to do this for your home, and your mortgage payment is about, let's guesstimate, $828 a month. So you are paying this. At the end of that 15 years, yes, you would own that home, but you're looking at paying $149,000 for it, a little over that, because you're going to end up paying close to $30,000 in interest. You'll actually end up paying $29,165 in interest over the course of this home. Now, had you simply waited, you could have saved that money. Now, I want you to imagine, what could you do with that $828 if you didn't have to pay that to the mortgage company every month, but instead you invested? What would that amount then look like? Let me explain why you won't buy this house outright. First, it takes insane discipline and patience and delayed gratification. No one has that in this society anymore. Also, it's extremely unconventional. All of your friends are buying homes, they're having kids, they're building that American dream life that you want and you have to have right now because we're not a society that waits for anything. I get it, I understand. No one's really going to do this. I'm fully aware of that, and that's perfectly fine. But it is an option. So for people that don't want any payments whatsoever in their life, they just can't stomach being in debt for any dollar amount to anyone, there is an option of you being able to do this. Now, if you chose to go ahead and do the mortgage option, which a lot of people will do, heck, we'll probably even end up doing that as well, here's the scenario that you should place yourself in, or at least this is an example that you can use as a nice tool. The first part, when you're going to go ahead and buy a home and get a mortgage, buy the home that you actually need, not just the home that you want. I say this to say, just because you're qualified for a $200,000 mortgage, please don't take that out. Okay, your home, your rent payment, your mortgage should never be more than 25% of your take-home pay, because you're going to become house poor if it is more, and I don't know how to tell you this, that's stupid, okay? You want to make sure that you can always maintain the cost of the roof over your head. So having a mortgage payment that's 50% of your take-home pay, which a lot of people that you see day to day, that's actually what their reality is, it's not smart. So make sure that whatever mortgage you choose to take out, for whatever home you choose to start your family or build and live in, it should not be more than 25% of your take-home pay. Now, do a 15-year fixed mortgage. A lot of people are going to say, well, why can't I just do 30 and pay extra? Because everyone says, oh, I'll just do 30 and I'll pay double, right? That's what everybody says, right? Are you also the Virgin Mary? You are not the Virgin Mary. So you're going to do what everyone else does. Stuff is going to come up and you're not going to make that extra mortgage payment. You're just not. Prom, emergencies that we all deem are emergencies, it's going to come up. Something more pressing than you making that extra mortgage payment is going to happen. And you're going to put yourself in a position where you've now actually lived out all 30 years of this mortgage versus just 15. Do yourself a favor, just sign a 15-year mortgage, point blank period. You know why? 15 years, it pays off in 15 years. Also, do not do a variable mortgage. Do not do varied, okay? You want it fixed. You don't need to be worried about what's happening in the market and if your interest rate is going to go up, because if that thing balloons up from, let's say, 3% to 7 or 8%, that's going to drastically change your household budget and make it to where you may not be able to comfortably make your payment. But I digress. So those are just a few tips to start out with for a mortgage. Here's an example based on all of the numbers that I kind of just went over in a way that you could go ahead and save for the down payment but still pay even a 15-year mortgage off early. I know, a little bit crazy. So we're going to use part of my age, 27 right now, so right about 30, let's say. We decide to start saving for the down payment for a home. So we put $1,200 in a mutual fund. Let's just say it's gaining about 10%. So for 2 years, it'll be at about $34,000. So let's just take $30,000 of that, go ahead and put it towards the down payment for a $150,000 home. Now, our mortgage is going to be about $828 a month, but we know we have $1,200 that we can throw fully at this. So let's just say we throw an extra $300 a month at this mortgage. By doing that, we could actually pay off that mortgage in 10 years and 4 months. So at about 2043, we're completely debt-free and we own our home outright. That's the dream that I would have for us if we chose to stay in just simply one home for 10 years or so, because that allows you to have the control, not pigeonhole yourself into 30 or even 15 years, because you've taken control and you've been aggressive. You've been gazelle intense the entire time. That is a reality that you can have. Wouldn't it be awesome before you're even 50 to own a home outright, have no payments to anyone? That's a reality that you can live, and I hope that you just simply take notice to that, because most people aren't going to ever tell you that, but it is a possibility for you. Thank you guys for tuning in so much again. Always be sure to subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate even one view if you choose to watch any of my videos. Trust me, I definitely appreciate them. It does not go unnoticed. And I hope that all these videos have led to something. You being able to take something positive related to money and finances and taking control of your life to live it freely. Thank you guys. Bye.